Kaitlyn Clark just set the world on fire in her new Sue Bird interview.
What happens when one of basketball's brightest stars faces her toughest challenge yet and comes out stronger than ever? Kaitlyn Clark opens up about her road back from injury, relives her legendary NCAA moments, and reveals how she's cracking the code against the WNBA's toughest defenders. Kaitlyn Clark, the Indiana Fever's rising superstar, has quickly become one of the most talked about players in basketball, and for good reason. In a recent conversation, she pulled back the curtain on her journey, her challenges, and the lessons she's learned both on and off the court. From her legendary NCAA career at Iowa to the realities of life in the WNBA, Clark's story is one of resilience, adaptation, and an unwavering passion for the game.
It was kind of a balance, but also like when I played for my AAU team, All Iowa Attack, like we played that same manner of how I played at Iowa. Like we played fast, we played up tempo. So for me, like I wasn't changing my game when I got to college. Like it was very similar. Like All Iowa Attack, like we're known to have like 5 shooters on the floor at all time. Like we played with really good floor spacing, and at Iowa it was the same way. Like 4 people were on the floor that could shoot at the same time. And then obviously we usually played with a true post, but they rarely missed too. Like Mon never missed. Like Hannah Stolke was tremendous when I was there too. And even our backup post players, like I always think about like how Coach Bluter like ran practices and things. And like I'm very fortunate looking back and like now going to like watch other colleges' practices and things like that. Like she really like was so intentional about like making sure everyone was on the same page and like knew what they were doing and knew their role. In a way, like when I talk to people about it, I like joke, like she brainwashed people, not like actually, but like.
Clark began by reflecting on her iconic run at the University of Iowa, where she led the Hawkeyes to back-to-back NCAA championship games and became a household name. Known for her deep three-pointers, sharp court vision, and fearless style of play, she dominated college basketball while keeping herself grounded despite national attention. She explained that her time at Iowa was about more than just winning. It was about building a legacy, inspiring young players, and cherishing the relationships she built with her teammates and coaches.
So I think like, I don't know, like I tell people like going into those games in college, like I feel like I was in a daze. And like it's kind of the same professionally. Like the professional level is just so different. Like the schedule, everything, like just very different. But in college, like I wasn't nervous like for any of those games, and I don't really get nervous professionally either, but like in college, like it was just like what I did. Like I just showed up and had 30 and 10 every single night. Like
transitioning to the WNBA has brought a new set of challenges. Clark spoke openly about how much more physical and strategic the professional game is compared to college. Defenders in the league are not only stronger, but also smarter, forcing her to constantly adapt her game. She detailed the risk assessment that goes into every pass and shot, emphasizing how she's learning when to take chances and when to play it safe. This level of decision-making, she admits, is still a work in progress, but it's making her a more complete player.
It's just been so challenging, like being active and playing 4 games and then not, and like not feeling the best, and then like frustrated of like how hard I worked in the off season, and then like all I do is rehab and like continue to do this process.
The Indiana Fever, she said, have been the perfect organization for her to begin her professional career. With a young core that includes star forward Aaliyah Boston, Clark feels the team has strong chemistry and a shared vision for success. She recalled moments when everything seemed to click on the court, like her standout performances against tough opponents such as Louisville, where she found herself in a flow state, reading the game instinctively and making plays that only elite players can pull off. One of the most difficult aspects of her rookie season has been dealing with injuries.
I was on another TV, I was watching Kaitlyn Clark and the Indiana Fever. So I've compared her to Michael Jordan, not stylistically, obviously, but in merchandise sales, kind of a dynastic TV rating changer. And in year 1, like you just were like, wow, nobody plays like that. And then in year 2, Michael Jordan got hurt. And then in year 2 for Kaitlyn Clark, she's getting banged up and hurt. Why did MJ always get hurt early? Because they were tackling him. Nobody knew how to stop him. And the WNBA officiating is just changed. Like it was always a physical league. Now it's insane. So last night she gets hurt again and she's in a shooting slump. And I think a lot of it is she's banged up in year 2, like Michael Jordan.
Clark didn't shy away from discussing how tough it's been to watch from the sidelines, missing the adrenaline and energy of being in the game. However, she's also gained a valuable perspective during her recovery. Observing the game from the bench has allowed her to see plays develop in a different way and understand her teammates' tendencies even better. She believes this experience will ultimately make her a stronger leader and a more strategic player going forward.
You're asking about Kaitlyn a lot. You bring up other rookies as well.
No league's ever about one player. That player could get hurt or whatever. So I think it's just to give recognition that in sports, people watch for compelling content and rivalries. And you can't do that alone as one person.
Now on the bench, looking like...
Balancing praise and criticism is another challenge Clark faces daily. With such a high profile, every game is scrutinized, but she's learned to focus on her goals rather than the noise. As she wrapped up the discussion, Clark shared her top 3 shots of her career, moments that represent not just skill, but years of dedication, mental toughness, and love for basketball. Kaitlyn Clark's journey is far from over, but her story already stands as a blueprint for how talent, adaptability, and resilience can shape a lasting career. What do you think? Will she dominate the WNBA like she did in college? And which defender do you think can actually slow her down? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a moment of the action.